Welcome back. The GIZ conducted a solar installation training program specifically designed for young Namibian women. This initiative aimed to empower these women with skills and knowledge necessary to excel in the renewable energy sector, contributing to Namibia's sustainable development. The training provides a comprehensive understanding of solar installation, equipping participants with the technical expertise to install and maintain solar systems. Now, to delve deeper on this matter, we're joined this evening by Simaneka Nangombe, who is the Finance Administrator at the GIZ. Good evening and welcome.
Good evening, Nina.
How are you this evening?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you so much for being here this evening.
Thank you for having me.
Talk to us about what inspired the GIZ to focus on training young Namibian women in solar installation, and what benefits you expect this training to obviously have brought to these participants.
So the GIZ is implementing what we call the Green People's Energy Project in partnership with the Ministry of Mines and Energy. And under the Green People's Energy Project, we have a component that is responsible for training and education for professionals within the solar industry. Mm-hmm. And we have conducted quite a number of trainings since the inception of the Green People's Energy Project in Namibia. And what we've noticed is a lot of the time women form the minority demographic of the participants in our training. Mm-hmm. So what we did was we decided to come up with a very deliberate initiative that is just targeted towards women in the industry. I think in terms of benefits that we were trying to achieve with the training, we wanted to kind of just do a capacity building of these women because they come from very diverse backgrounds. Some of them are more technical, some of them are more in the administrative space. So we just wanted to kind of build capacity at the different levels. We also wanted to provide an opportunity for networking for these different women because we had quite a very diverse demographic in terms of our selection. Mm-hmm. So we had women from industry, from the ministry, as well as those who are unemployed. We just wanted to create kind of a networking opportunity for these people to get to know each other, learn from each other. So that was kind of what we were trying to do with the training.
Awesome. And how many participants were there, and what was the criteria for selection?
So in terms of participants, we aimed for 40. And we had actually over 1,000 applicants. Wow. Within the span of 2 days, which was quite crazy. So we had 40 applicants that came to the participants that came to the training. And in terms of criteria, we were just looking for people who had a background, either electrical engineering, whether you went to a vocational training center. If you just had a general understanding of electrical engineering, that was very good. We also had one participant who was a plumber by profession. I think we had added her in just for the sake of diversity.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And talk to us about the training curriculum and what skills, of course, they would acquire here.
In terms of the curriculum, we had a consultant on board who designed the training program for us. So it was a 5-day training that was designed by Ms. Hilda Mushembe. We had both theoretical as well as practical sessions at the training. So for the first 4 days of the training, we had the theoretical aspect. The theoretical aspect covered, solar water pumps and solar home systems. Mm-hmm. So the solar home systems, solar water pumps, we were looking at sizing, we were looking at issues of wiring, we were looking at all the components that are part of the system, the panels, the batteries, etc. And then we also had a session on maintenance because what we've noticed, or what we have picked up from people in the industry a lot of the time is that individuals will install solar systems and then, a few years down the line, these systems don't work anymore. Yeah. And then there's nobody to come back and maintain them. Mm-hmm. So we had a maintenance session by Mr. Paulus Mulunga. He's part of the Renewable Energy Industry Association of Namibia. So he came to provide us with a session on maintenance. Mm-hmm. That was for the first 4 days. And then for the final day, which was on Friday, we had the practical session. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So on the practical session, we went to Groot-Oop, where we did a fault finding of a solar home system. And then we were fortunate enough as well to be welcomed by the CJC Agricultural School in Groot-Oop, where we looked at their solar water pump as well as their solar system because the whole farm system is run on solar power. Mm-hmm. So we had, just in short, the practical as well as theoretical. And then at the end, we had an assessment for the participants.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. What were the short-term and long-term goals of this training program, and how do you, of course, envision it contributing to Namibia's sustainable development?
In terms of short-term goals, what we wanted for the participants was basically just an upskilling for them. Because what we saw, or not what we saw, is but when we were doing our selection, we were very deliberate to ensure that we had kind of a mixed level in terms of professionalism and your understanding of the industry. And so what we wanted was just an upskilling for each and every one of the participants, as well as an opportunity to network. So we were very big on networking throughout the training experience. We were encouraging them, please sit down, please talk to each other, please learn from each other. And in addition to that, what we wanted to do was ensure that these ladies leave with a sense of confidence and the necessary skills to participate more actively in this industry, because it is considered kind of male dominated. So we wanted them to leave with the confidence and skills to kind of participate in the industry more actively.
Just lastly, Simaneka, talk to us about how the GIZ would go about ensuring this project's sustainability and scalability, and what plans are in place for participants, perhaps future employment and career developments in the sector.
In terms of the GIZ perspective, this was a first of its kind, actually, kind of experience in terms of having a training that is just aimed at women. And we at the project learned quite a lot from this particular experience. So we saw that there is actually really a very big demand for this kind of thing, because like I said, we had done our call for applications, and within 2 days we had 1,000 applicants. So it is obvious that there are so many women in the industry that are looking for these kind of opportunities, and they are probably just not able to attend in terms because of many costs. So in terms of scalability, we are hoping that other institutions are able to take up similar initiatives. We had a representative from the Namibian Energy Institute, Ms. Talbi Leka. She is all at the Namibian Energy Institute. They also conduct quite a number of trainings. So we hope that the Namibian Energy Institute will be able to take up this type of initiative. And then within GIZ itself,